What's going on, people? Welcome to the match preview show. This time we're heading up to East London to face West Ham, and I'm joined by Patrick, AJ, and Lou to discuss all about that game. Can we keep our unbeaten streak going? Players are coming back from injuries and more. But before we do get started, hit the like button if you do enjoy the stream, as well as subscribing if you're new to the channel to not miss out on future content, and let us know your thoughts of the game in the comment section down below. Gents, 16 games unbeaten. I'll start off with you, Patrick. What a time to be a Palace fan. What a time to be a Palace fan going into this one, right?
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's a great unbeaten streak. It is only 6 wins with 10 draws, but 2 of those draws were, the Millwall and Liverpool penalty wins. But no, listen, I'm not, me, I'm not one to complain. People that don't know, yesterday I took a little rewind. I went back and listened to all of the other pods talking about Palace when we lost to Forest and how the meltdown went, and people saying, "Get rid of the manager," etc. And now look where we are a year later. Everyone's all happy. So life comes at you fast, man. It comes at you fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that we had people questioning last night after that Forest game.
Mad.
Lou,
yeah.
What about you, man? What you been up to? Are you been enjoying this few days off? Like, we barely have any days off at this point because of the games coming thick and fast. But we've had a couple of days to rejuvenate and go again. Of course, you wasn't at the Millwall game. You see yourself as bigger than Millwall, but you're going to be going to the West Ham game. What did you make? What do you make of the Millwall one and going into this game as well? Because we've been struggling to create chances at times, and we saw it against Millwall. There were a bit of concerns in that one.
Yeah. By the way, from the scenes of Norwood Junction, I'm glad I didn't go back because that's my way home, Norwood Junction. So I would have been getting home at like 2 a.m. After that game. But listen, it's the best time being a Palace fan ever, man. I ain't got no complaints. Adam Wharton's back tomorrow, going to watch Palace in the sunshine. It's a crap stadium, but do you know what I mean? Had some good games there last year, 2-0 win there for the Elise winner. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I've missed the last 3 games. I think 4 games. I didn't go to Forest, Villa, Sunderland, or Mill.
And funny enough, in all of those games, pretty much our performances weren't great. Let's just say that. Well, Sunderland, we didn't take our chances.
Villa was very good. Villa was probably one of the best.
Yeah.
But Villa was good. Yeah, man. We don't normally do the preview this late, but I'm a big fan of doing a preview or talking about after we hear from Glasner because it's a bit more clarity and we kind of know what's going on. And do you know what I mean? There's a more of a vibe of the game.
AJ, of course, there's some big news. Eddie Nketiah's back. As well as Adam Wharton as well. What's your stance on it? Because it seems like we need these players, man. You can see fatigue is already kicking in.
Yes, I agree with that to an extent. Lucky enough, I was actually at the game on Tuesday evening. And yes, if you did have to travel back via Norwood Junction, good luck to you. I actually took the bus and I had a nightmare getting home. I think I got home about 12:30. So yeah, it wasn't amazing. I think Mateta did look fatigued and gassed out. I think it was good to see a few of the newer players in the squad. From what I saw, Mateta's gassed out. So maybe giving it a different alternative option for the next couple of games would be ideal to give him a bit of a rest, or at least give him an opportunity to get a rest. But I think the more important one is naturally going to be Wharton coming back to the side and, having that creativity and calmness in the middle of the field. Hughes has done an excellent job there, but, Wharton is a different kind of animal in terms of quality and what he can bring to the team. I did like what I saw out of the new signings. I thought they were really, really good. But I think they are still reintegrated to the team. So I'm going to give them the time, as anybody with common sense should, to kind of gel and kind of understand the system a bit better. But there were a few positive signs, a few things that need to be taken into consideration. And you know what? It's a great time to be a Palace fan.
It is a great time to be a Palace fan. But then again, Patrick, when we're talking about fatigue, at times it's not a great time maybe to be a Palace player when you need some rest and you can't afford it. And JP is one of those players. But going into this game, he has to start surely, right?
I mean, the manager said it. I'll read the quote. Eddie is a bit different. He missed all of preseason, but he looked very good in training today and on Wednesday when they really intense session. So let's see how the game is going. But those players look very sharp in training. Talking about him and Adam Wharton. So clearly JP is going to start. He has to start. But the good news is having Eddie as an option around 60 minutes. And he had mentioned also that that's a good time to bring a striker on because the defenses are getting tired. So it's good to have him back in squad. Listen, we go back and forth with JP, Eddie, and stuff, but clearly we need Eddie to be a part of the squad because JP cannot play every game, and he has so far this season. People talk about his fall off, his drop off. He clearly works very, very hard, and he's burnt himself out. And unfortunately, bar the I keep forgetting the game. I got Villa game. He doesn't even come off the pitch, and he's a lone striker trying to hold the ball up, trying to link up the play with two brand new 10s, or at least one brand new 10 for most of the season. So it's been difficult for him. So no, I'm glad Eddie's back. Again, hope when he gets back, he produces. But to have him available to give JP a rest is good. Really, really good.
Yeah, sometimes you don't really appreciate what you have till it's gone, right, Patrick?
What are we doing right now?
I'm just saying. Adam Wharton. Now we realize, it's worth a bit more because people are criticizing him, but we don't have that many numbers up front. You saw it, Glazer was
like you said. No, Adam Wharton is back. You're right. I've really missed him. You don't know what you've had it since he's gone. So yeah, miss Adam Wharton. We're not gonna do this. You're gonna try and bait me the Eddie and Kaya thing. Let's not. I'm
just saying. Sometimes, it's happened to us all in life. We make decisions that we regret, and Eddie's not good enough. Eddie's not this. But now we're talking about we need Eddie. So I'm just saying. Sometimes you don't really appreciate what you have till it's gone. But that's the same with all other players as well. But Eddie, I'm looking forward to Eddie coming back into the side because it allows us to have the rotation.
Or is this him trying to be funny? Which one is this? Is it the troll D or the?
He's trolling me.
I'm not trolling. I'm just saying. I'm looking forward to it. Look, we need numbers back. We got lots of games coming. Thankfully, we got like a week till Liverpool, Lou. But when we're looking at the midfield now with Adam Wharton, who starts alongside him? How do you think Glazer is going to approach this one? Because there's two ways about it. He can start either Kamada as a 10 or Kamada next to him.
Me personally, I don't think there's a better team than the normal back five with Hughes and Wharton in the middle. I'll go Kamada on the right with Munoz, and I'll go Pino on the left with Mitchell, and then I'll go JP up top. And then I would look to make impact subs, or if we're securing it or chasing the game, with Lerma, Uche, and Ketia, maybe not 30 minutes, maybe 20, 15 minutes, because if he comes on and pulls a hammy again, he's useless again. So we need him to build up his fitness. Who else is there? We've got SA. Hopefully he can get some minutes. I know the manager spoke about he probably had to look at himself in the sense of how he can get better out of SA, and it's not maybe all on Remain. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the game.
Yeah, look, I would start Hughes, and again, it depends. I'm not against both. I mean, if Kamada starts a bit deeper next to Wharton as well, I'm not against that as because I think it is decent. But for you, AJ, with the midfield too, do you agree with Lou?
Yeah, 100%. I think Lou pretty much nailed on the starting 11, bang on, to be fair. And he's right. The players are going to be essentially impact subs. I'm still. The only reason why I'm fanning towards maybe Uche, obviously I have no idea what his conditioning is like in terms of being able to do a full 90, maybe as an alternative to the Kamada option, because I think one thing I noticed about him when he came on Tuesday was he definitely had a lot more energy and a little bit more excitement. He was keen to get involved, to be fair. But apart from that, I think Louis pretty much got it 10 out of 10.
I don't think Uche is anywhere near ready to start in the Premier League for me.
Why do you say that?
Because he's never played, and I think he's just not ready to start. He's ready to impact the game. I don't think he's ready to start.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't think he showed enough to start.
Just want to add as far as Hughes, and I think he probably will start. Even I personally would have about that Kamada Wharton, but it doesn't matter to me because we have that right side 10 issue, so I'll be back next week for Liverpool. Is that he's on 4 yellow cards, and he's going to get one against West Ham.
Another yellow
card.
Then Kamada's back.
But no, I'm saying, but still, you don't want to get him suspended and say, but right, you're right, with Kamada back and Ketia back, if you miss Hughes, but he's bang on to get another yellow card, so you got to watch that as far as him starting, as opposed to maybe starting Lerman having Hughes come on after. But we'll see.
Have we been concerned about breaking teams down, especially those maybe in a mid or low block so far this season? We've been great defensively, but going forward, I mean, we still create chances, but against Millwall, it wasn't great, Patrick. I'll go on, dude.
I was just going to say it's a bit like last season. I don't think it's the breaking down of teams; it's the finishing your chances, which was what was our biggest problem in the first half of last season, was converting our chances. Again, Sunderland were defended great, Mill defended great man for man, but there were chances. And as soon as if you score the first goal or you get one or two goals, the game then shifts into a different game where they can't stay in a mid-low block the whole game. So it's about converting our chances. Me personally, that's what I think.
Yeah, looked at the stats real quick. Last 2 games, Sunderland 14 shots, 6 on target. Millwall 17 shots, 6 on target. Lou's right. It's the same exact problem we had a year ago. So I went back and listened to those Palace stuff of the Forest game. It's the same conversation. It's just a matter of getting guys to finish the chances and getting guys to gel. You have to take into account that right now, the last 2 or 3 matches, we've not had our regular 10s. Obviously, Eze's gone and Sar's been injured. So getting Pino and Kamada, or Pino and Eze, or Pino and Uche up to speed with JP is going to take time. So I'm not worried about low block. I don't even think West Ham does not play a low block, by the way. They don't play low block. They play mid block. They don't play a low block. So they're going to defend their lives.
I don't think they can afford to against us at home tomorrow.
At home, exactly.
They won't be able. They won't be able to. They won't. And to be fair, they got an attacking. Their front 4. It's all about the mobility they have in the midfield. I don't know if they're going to give a debut to, is it Masenga and Fernandes? They're obviously
they've been struggling in midfield. I spoke to Lawless in opposition preview, and the midfield has been a big part of their struggle so far this season, which is an area which we could potentially dominate. And last season we did dominate them. They only had like 1 shot.
I'm not sure how many. I don't know the stats, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen Palace lose many games when Hughes and Wharton start together.
I don't know. Well, we haven't lost many games in the last 6
months. 4 in 32 games?
He mentioned that.
They've been very good. They've been very good, and I think when
was that 18 wins in that though, as well?
What
was it? 18 wins, 10 draws, 4 losses, or something like that. So I know, like Lawless and people mentioned when there was a few draws recently, but I think overall it's been like quite a lot of wins.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. I think recently we've had a lot of draws, but in that run we had a lot of wins.
Because prior to that, we beat teams like we beat Villa, we beat Spurs. So there were a lot of we beat Wolves. There are a lot more wins in their pride. But it's just recently, like post FA Cup win, there's been a lot of draws, etc. So so going back to the way that West Ham are going to play, I don't think we have to worry about them sitting back. You guys are right. The midfield's an issue. That manager is he's in his last match. If Potter doesn't win against us, he's gone. So whether he decides to go for it, he's been playing Souček and Ward-Prowse in the centre. I don't know what he's trying to do with that. Souček is going to be suspended, so that new midfielder is going to come in. Fernandes came in from Southampton, more progressive, more mobile midfield. That's their biggest problem. They think the midfield has been much too slow. But you're right, the attacking 4 are dangerous. So we have to watch them. But they're not going to sit back. So breaking them down won't be an issue. It's a matter of countering them and then catching them on the break and obviously taking our chances.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of conversation, AJ, about Yeremy Pino after the Millwall game, which I'm actually surprised about. Some people are saying he's not good enough already and writing him off, which I personally do not understand. He's just come and joined the side, and how many games has he played? Like 2 games or so, and I don't know what people really expected from the get start, but I think he's looked exciting in spells. Yes, he wasn't great against Millwall, but he was. I think the whole side was poor against them. But, is there pressure already on Yeremy Pino?
Nah, I'm not having that. Granted, the Millwall game wasn't the best squad performance, full stop, anyway. He was one of the only players that were actually trying to make things happen, to be fair. And I think he was just sadly uncomplimented with certain individuals around him. I'm not going to get into that, but Pino is quality. I'm not having it. Like, the man's 2 games in, new country, new league. His quality will show through. I thought he was actually pretty good on Tuesday. I'm not really having any of that. I think he's definitely got a higher ceiling. I feel like he can definitely be one of our go-to stars in the foreseeable as well. He's very creative. He's not scared to push but come back and defend as well. He's got a lot of skill. His finishing leaves much to the desired. I'll be honest with that. The finishing and the shots he was taking weren't too exciting, but nah, not ready. Having it too early, and I actually thought he was all right on Tuesday, so I'm not trying to entertain that.
Yeah. What about you, Patrick?
The biggest thing. I was going to say the biggest thing with him and Uche is what Glasner said. Just stop going down and throwing your hands up in the air. This ain't La Liga.
That's what I was going to say. Is the La Liga factor?
Yeah.
They have to adapt.
It's the La Liga factor. Both of them Uche was doing it worse than what Pino does it. Pino was getting back and tracking back.
Yeah.
But like you said, you either learn to move the ball quicker, you have to find a way, and there's no point sitting on the floor rolling around. Like I think we've had 2 games of it now. That there has to be a line drawn under it.
They'll learn though. They'll learn. That's the whole point I'm making.
That's what Kamada said. They said with Kamada, innit? Same with Kamada.
Yeah. I think he's going to come good for us. I have no worries. He's got enough technical ability for me to know that he'll do well for us in the Premier League. So yeah, but I thought I'd mention it anyways because some people were questioning Pino after the Millwall game, and he has to adapt to the physicality, Patrick.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm not worried about him, but like I said, that's why I did that whole, reminiscing down memory lane to the pods from last year, because again, people having the same conversation a year ago about Kamada and about Sarr. The same conversation
Kamada
having the
day.
And one of them,
how Pino's playing right
now. Kamada was getting killed by fan base a year ago. Let's be honest. He
was struggling though. He was struggling massively though.
I disagree with the massively part. I really do. I think what happened was. Can I finish?
Yeah, go on.
I'm not saying he wasn't struggling because he was, but what happened was, to me personally, he came in and obviously the immediate thing was, can he replace Michael Olise or can Sarr replace him? Then you're playing him as a right-sided 10, which played a lot under Glasner before, and we also had him in midfield. You're going back and forth. He actually did score. Maybe he scored early against Norwich. People forget about that goal he scored. A really good goal against Norwich in the League Cup. But again, he was in and out, switching positions around, and then he got that red card, obviously, and then the fans were disgusting with him on that red card. They reacted towards him like he was some kind of vermin or whatever. I didn't like that reaction at all by our fan base against one of our players when he gets a red card. He didn't mean to get the red card, obviously. So yes, he struggled, but he wasn't as bad as people think. And again, he needed adjustment. Sarr differently. Sarr played for Watford before, so he knew the Premier League. Obviously, Kamada had to get up to the speed of the Premier League, and as we saw, well, in the season, he wasn't even close. Without him, we don't win the FA Cup. I mean, his performance against Villa and against City in the final were brilliant. Again, in a midfield position where people said he couldn't play. So I'm not saying that he came in, he set the world alight when he came to Palace, but we never gave him enough time. And with Pino, going back to your guys about Pino, it's the same thing. Coming from a different league, he's technically very, very good, but he's going to take time. And, and he's been thrown right in because we have no left-sided tennis, so he's going to have to play. You have to learn under 5. Like we can bring him in last 20, against Millwall or against whatever a lower team in the Conference League. He has to kind of get up to speed right away in the Premier League. You're gonna have to go West Ham, Liverpool, bang, bang, bang. So no, I have faith in Pino. I just think people, again, like I said with last year with Sarr and Kamada, just give them time. You give a guy a season and you can view him. You want to view him after 1-2 games. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish, because very rarely there's a player. Look at Wirtz at Liverpool. People are killing him. 100 million player and he's not done well, but he's got to adjust to the league. So the same thing with Pino. Just give him time.
Yeah. Let's talk about West Ham now and some of their weaknesses. One of those things Lola said in opposition preview, which made me so happy, was set pieces. Apparently, they're one of the worst sides in the league in set pieces. He even suggested that if you're struggling to create chances, just kick the ball with one of the players' legs, go for a corner, and you end up scoring. And we've been very good at set pieces as well, AJ. When you're looking at this game in particular, and struggling to maybe score from open play, that's very nice to hear, because as I said, I mean, you saw even against Millwall, came from a set piece.
Yeah, I think we've definitely got some weapons that West Ham should fear, to be fair. I think the writing is on the wall for Graham Potter, to be honest, and I did see the opposition preview, and player Paul Lawless actually, for the first time in a very long time, seemed very, very humble in his what's the word I'm looking for? In his aura, if you will. But with the set pieces, I think you got dangers like Chris Richards. Got Gay there, Lacroix. Mateta himself. There's loads of ways to score. To be fair, yeah, set pieces would be lovely. Any kind of goal would be lovely. To be fair, to get our game up and running, but I don't know. I'm not really worried about West Ham in that side of things. I think it's just not really clicking for them, and I think they've got a lot of dangers and a lot of things to worry about anyway. But except being the fact that they're compromising the set pieces, and if it can long may it continue on the weekend, then I think we're going to be laughing anyway. We've got too many aerial threats in the final third and defensively. West Ham.
Yeah.
D, real quick, I looked up the actual number. Palace scored 15 goals from set pieces last season, which is the most of anyone, even more than Arsenal. So
that's crazy.
Fact, yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And we ended up scoring from set piece as well, most recent game. So that's good to know. And just a quick fact: I haven't actually checked it and made sure it's right. But Lawler said that they've only won 2 games in 2025. So if we were to go beat West Ham,
that's a fact.
If we were to beat West Ham, that means we've got as many wins as West Ham at their own ground in 2025.
Fact.
So when you're thinking about score predictions, you can keep that in mind. I don't know if that helps you or if it doesn't. Anything else before we move on to score predictions? I think we covered everything as well in terms of West Ham and Palace as well. Look, we got a good chance. We need to make sure we take our opportunity. It was a bit disappointing we didn't against Sunderland, but we're still in a decent position in the league. If we win this game, we're still looking up the table, or we're there with all the collective bunch. So that's positive. But before we do actually get into score predictions, I'm going to put this up on the screen so everyone can see where everyone is at. So should we start from the bottom or the top? I will start from the top because it's more about winners. No one cares about the losers. So AJ's leading with 9 points. T's got 6 points. I'm joined with Stan on 5 points. Patrick 4 points on 5th place. Xavier 6th with 3 points. Louis 7th with 3 points, and Nick is right behind Louis, 1 point.
Actually, my error. Louis and Xavier tied 6th. My bad.
The bottom three ties remind me of the Premier League a few seasons ago. And
relegation settings. Yeah,
exactly. And Nick there as well, doing his best Derby County impression with 2 points. So I mean, it is looking creepy down there. I'll be honest, but I'm not down there. I can't comment for those who are down there. I mean, someone in the panel is actually down there, so you can let us know because we're all up the leaderboard rather than down the leaderboard. But Lou, what's your thoughts on a prediction table, man? I know it's still start the season.
If there was a banter table, you'd be where Nick is.
It's not. Don't get started on me. What's your thoughts on a prediction table?
I feel like the whole show is like a build-up for your bad banter at the end with the prediction table.
But I just feel like you're getting rattled whenever I talk about prediction table. Whenever I talk about the prediction table, you get a bit rattled. I'm just saying, how you feeling?
Is he trolling, Louis? Is he trolling or not? Is he trolling right now or not?
Yeah, I'm very familiar with his game.
You've still got enough time. Got enough time to build up your points. It's still early in the season, but you're doing like a West Ham right now. So
and you know what? Carry on, and I will release the Nottingham Forest tapes onto Twitter.
He's actually so rattled.
That's dark.
That's dark. I didn't even do anything.
I'm just saying. If you carry on, I'm just gonna release the tapes onto Twitter. I'll just do it.
That's fine. Is
that fine?
No,
my prediction is 1-1 because Pat wanted me to go first.
Yeah, it's only right. You're at the bottom of the table, innit? We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Feel sorry for you. So
he jumped the gun. Wait. He jumped the gun.
He's rattled, Patrick. You know how rattled he gets when he talks about prediction table. I don't really.
AJ, do I look rattled, bro?
He doesn't get rattled very easy,
but he's laughing off.
You know what? Louis looks very, very calm to me, and I
know this guy. Trust me, he's rattled. He doesn't express it. He laughs it off. Like this is his rattled mode. I've been there before with him.
So before we do predictions, let's get a little retrospective on our last 5 versus West Ham. We've won 3, drawn 1, lost 1. Obviously, last was a 2-0 win last year. Mateta 2. Then they beat us 2-0 up. Oh my gosh! In August of beginning of the season, that was bad. And then we beat them 5-2. There's a 1-1 draw that I was at that game. Yeah, that was the game I went to when Edouard scored. And then the 4-3 hammering, we beat them. Well, 4-3. The game in April of 2023. So that's the 3 Palace wins, a draw, and a loss. So Stan's gone 2-0 Palace. Nick's gone 1-0 Palace. T's gone 2-0 Palace. Xavier's gone 1-0 Palace. D did an opposition preview already. So what would you say now again, so we can keep it official?
I can't remember.
Don't lie. You know what it was.
I told you his banter's so bad. Like, it's just so bad, bro.
Terrible.
What was it?
It's actually
It was 1-0. 1-0 Palace.
Oh yeah, that's what I was
Palace.
gonna go with now as well.
Okay.
Go with now as well.
Okay.
And AJ, you sent me yours. Do you want to say it officially so we can all hear it?
Yeah.
I believe I went 2-1 Palace, didn't I?
You did. So I'm last, and I was gonna go with the draw, but I'm gonna back Palace. I'm gonna go 2-0 Palace also.
2-0. Yeah, I'm going 1-0 Palace. So Lou's the only one that if we get a draw, he benefits from the draw.
That's my tactic.
Yeah, and if you don't, then
I'd rather be.
Yeah, the gap's gonna open up even more.
Oh my God, you got me.
You got him.
You got me. Oh my God. You're going to go one.
I'm just saying the gap will widen up. It's a risky game to
Louis,
play,
now you seem rattled.
Yeah, I'm feeling you rattled.
Hey, just because you're top of the league, yeah, just calm down.
I know it's still rattled.
Listen. The season's long, bro. Let's see. I'm not saying nothing.
Hey, you talking about top of the league? You might be bottom of the league.
Who's the highest in FPL? Who's the highest in FPL though?
I don't play FPL. I play real.
Well, I wonder why. No ball knowledge.
No.
No ball knowledge.
Yeah.
Bro, you still got the thing there. Look at you.
Hold up. Oh, 3 points. Hey.
Put it back again, did he? Put it up again. Wow.
No, I'm just saying.
Wow.
No ball knowledge, isn't it? So they're just saying. No, I'm just busy, so I can't play it. But yeah,
bro, you're not busy, bro. You're always fake busy. Just going on 11 different streams in a row. That's what it is.
Look at my calendar.
We already debunked your calendar. Remember when he was putting stuff in there that weren't true? 2 hours to go to the shop.
Yeah. All right. People at the bottom are talking too much. I should wrap it up, man. If you have enjoyed this, drop a like, subscribe, and let us know your score predictions. I mean, you can't do any worse than certain people on this panel. Well, you can. Bit, but not that much.
You can do Nick level.
Maybe one prediction one. Yeah, 3 points. But if you have enjoyed this, as I said, like, subscribe. We'll be back for the match reaction and the watch along, which I will be doing solo. So that should be good. But yeah, that's it from us. And until next time, up the Palace.